Once a cop, let it knock, yeah. I for one think we should celebrate redemption instead of condemning it. Corey Pegues, up, talking truth, bruh. Check it out. Once a cop.
Pull up a seat. You're now in Corey's Corner, where right conversations matter. I'm your host, Corey Pegues, and I always keep it right, not real.
This Women's History Month, we honor the women who didn't just walk through doors, they built them. From Harriet Tubman, who led hundreds to freedom, to Madam C.J. Walker, who became one of the first self-made female millionaires in America. From Shirley Chisholm, who declared unbought and unbossed, to Maya Angelou, whose words still move generations. Black women have led movements, shaped policy, built businesses, transformed culture, and carried communities forward, often without recognition, but never without impact. Women like Rosa Parks, Angela Davis, and Ketanji Brown Jackson remind us that leadership isn't given. It's earned through courage, conviction, and resilience. This month, we celebrate the brilliance, the boldness, and the legacy of women, especially Black women, who continue to lead the way. Because when women rise, history moves. Happy Women's History Month.
Today on Corey's Corner, we're joined by a leader who embodies service, strength, and systemic change. Assemblymember Chantel Jackson represents New York's 79th District, serving the Bronx neighborhoods of Concourse Village, Melrose, Murciana, Claremont, Belmont, and East Tremont with unwavering dedication. Born in Harlem and raised in a proud Belizean-American household, her journey into public service was shaped by resilience, entrepreneurship, and deep community roots. A licensed social worker and former college advisor, Chantel spent years supporting low-income and first-generation students before stepping into elected office. Now in her third term, she has championed gun safety reform, secured funding for mental health services and small businesses, and distributed over $2 million to local organizations advancing education, health equity, and community development. As chair of the New York State Legislative Women Caucus and Black Task Force, she continues to elevate underrepresented voices, all while balancing leadership with motherhood and a mission to build generational wealth across the Bronx. Assemblymember Chantel Jackson is not just representing her district, she's reshaping it. Assemblywoman Jackson, welcome to Corey's Corner. Been waiting for you to come on.
Thank you for having me. We made it.
All the way
God's
from
timing.
The Bronx. Is that D.A. Bronx or T.H.E. Bronx?
I think it might be the Bronx because it's me.
We got 5 boroughs, and it's the only one. It's like Queens, Brooklyn.
But you know why it's
Manhattan,
the Bronx, right?
Staten Island, and D.A. Bronx.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or El Bronx, depending on who you're talking to.
You're right about that.
Oh, we're named after a family, the Bronx family.
Oh, I never knew that.
Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why.
Tell the people, give them the backdrop.
That's all I got, y'all. It's named after a family. I'm not sure if it was spelled exactly the way we're spelling the Bronx now.
Right.
But we're named after a family, the Bronx family.
See you on Corey's Corner. You get all the exclusive.
Yeah, man.
Exclusive. This episode of Corey's Corner is proudly sponsored by Vodka. That smooth, refreshing drink. It's a 100% natural hybrid spirit, blending premium distilled vodka with exotic tequila for a smooth, unforgettable taste. Vodka represents a new era in how spirits are created and enjoyed. Vodka, bold flavor, drink responsibly. And also shout out to Corrupt Mob MC, a movement rooted in brotherhood, respect, and community. Corrupt Mob MC represents discipline, loyalty, and standing 10 toes down for what matters on the road and in real life. More than just a motorcycle club, Corrupt Mob is about unity, leadership, and giving back while riding with purpose. Respect the mob. Let's get into it, sis.
Let's do it.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for taking time from coming from the Bronx to come to Queens to do this. We just came from the Caucus.
Which
the
I'm
New
trying
York
to rename
State.
Association Weekend, but go ahead, keep going.
What's the name of that caucus?
This is the Association Weekend. It's the New York State Association of Black, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, and Asian Legislators.
That's
Conference.
a long-ass name.
It was 55 years old, so it's going to get longer.
It's going to get
We
longer.
add more minorities. We're going to put
I was
more
getting ready to say,
we adding everybody.
we adding everybody.
Yeah.
Well, we this show is taped, so it'll show a few weeks later. But
Okay.
let's recap the weekend. Tell the listeners, the viewers, about the caucus, what it means, and the things that y'all are doing now.
Yeah, so basically the Black, the Puerto Ricans, the Hispanic, and the Asians, we have a caucus. And every February, and it happens to fall on All-Star Weekend every single time.
And Valentine's. Y'all have to choose Valentine's and All-Star Weekend to do this? And there can't be no change on this?
I'm sorry, it's not me. I'm not in charge. I just know that this is what, this is what we do. But Valentine's, you must just bring your Valentine with you. All-Star, you got to watch it in the lobby. I'm sorry.
How you can't even see the All-Star game because it's the banquet?
That's true, too. I mean, I don't know what to say. What you want us to move it to Super Bowl? Then no one's coming. Like we gotta pick a sports, all right? No, but seriously, it's a weekend for us to get together and have conversations about what's impacting our people, right? Mm-hmm. And so you've experienced it a number of times, and it's such a good experience because the constituents get to see the legislators. Mm-hmm. They get to sit at a table maybe with the governor, lieutenant governor, who knows? Mm-hmm. But then again, it's also the socializing, right? Mm-hmm. Fellowship. You and I got to run into each other the last day. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just about, coming together and doing the work for our people in the state of New York.
No, I love it. And executive director is my sister.
Yeah, Charlene Gale. We love her.
And the head is Latrice
my
Walker.
Big sister.
Yes,
yeah, Chairwoman Latrice Walker. I love her.
Latrice was on the show, and Charlene is scared.
Of what?
She's scared of me. My sister think I'm gonna hit her with some fastballs that she can't.
She buries the bones for us, so I think I'm gonna keep her off the show too.
Yeah, nah, that's my sister.
No, we love her. We love both of them. They're amazing.
But no, the caucus is a great event, and I employ and encourage everybody, Black, Hispanic, Asian, Latino, to go to the caucus because it's the only time you just walking down the hallway, the governor's there. The attorney general is there.
The mayor,
everybody,
the speakers.
Mayors with an S from all over the
and we got
state.
2 sisters now.
Yes, 2 new
sisters from Syracuse and Albany. So shout out to Susan and
Sean and
we the guys. Yeah, we got the Malik out in Rochester. Yeah, we got everybody.
So that was good. Yeah. So let's get into the interview. You was born in Harlem.
Yep.
And raised in a large family with deep Caribbean roots. How did your upbringing shape your leadership style today?
Well, my mom is from Belize and immigrated here when she was, 19, 20 years old. So, they have the poverty story. Went to school with no shoes on, had to work 10 miles. And I ain't eat every day. I ate every other day. So growing up with that and actually getting to experience it, going back to Belize every summer. I saw real poverty. I thought I was living in poverty in Harlem, but when you go out to Belize, you see real poverty. And so I think it always kept me grounded and rooted, but it also made me realize I don't want to be poor. I work hard so I can keep some money in my pocket and keep my bills paid. I love paying my bills. Right. I don't like being poor. The roaches was getting to the cereal before I got there. I was like, nah, I don't like this. You know what I'm talking about. Well, do you?
Oh, so you didn't read my book?
I ain't get to read the book yet.
Oh, yeah.
Good time to plug it. Once a Cop. Yeah, the streets, the law, 2 worlds, 1 man.
And it is funny you just said that because my second question was your mother immigrated from Belize and your father was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How did those 2 very different influences impact your views on economic empowerment and public service?
Well, they both were entrepreneurs. My mom would tell you she'll sell anything but drugs to take care of her kids. And she's serious about that. She always wants to sell food. She'll sell water. She'll do whatever. Oh,
so she was the one in apartment 10 on Fridays with the fish fry.
Exactly.
Dinners.
She's the dinners. She is 100% the dinners. So she'll do anything. And my dad, too. My dad, he passed away almost 3 years now. But he ran a lot of businesses. Multiple businesses. All of my sisters, we are entrepreneurs because of my dad. And it just made me realize that, you can have a job, but you're going to still need a side hustle to take care of the things that you need to take care of, right? So they definitely shaped what I know to be good and of value and what people need to survive in today's day and age.
So before politics, you worked as a social worker and college advisor, which I didn't know. I had to do some research. Producer's good.
I'm telling you, shout out to the team.
What did those frontline experiences teach you that Albany could never teach you?
Well, let me just say this. Albany needs social workers. And Albany is like a high school. So it wasn't that much different than working with these young high school kids and going to Albany, because you got the cool kids, you got the ones that are loners, you have all of those dynamics. And I think what it taught me is that you have to learn how to work with people. This is a people game. If you can't get along, it doesn't matter how good your bill is or how great your budget ask is. If people don't like you, they will not work with you. And so I learned those skills working with young people, because they tell you exactly how they feel and they don't care about it. So I think, working with them, getting all the skills I got as a social worker, bringing it to Albany definitely impacts my service. And I always remember them. Every time I'm thinking about legislation and budget, I think about those young people who I sent to college and help with their social emotional experiences.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you approach legislation differently than someone without a social work background?
I think for the most part, I am thinking about the person in the environment. That's what we learn in social work school, person and environment. And I'm very empathetic in everyone's point of view. I'm Democrat, so we got Republicans, and I can sometimes see the world from their lens. I think that's really important when we're shaping legislation, just be able to step into someone else's shoes. It's not always about me. It's about the New Yorkers, right, and who we serve. So I think that's really important. And let me just say this, just so you don't know. I mean, in case you don't know, my memory is short, so you got to ask me short questions. He like, his memory just as short as mine.
Yeah, well, we have to go to the past, and then we're gonna bring it up to the future. Now, District 79, it represents neighborhoods like Concourse Village, Mauriciana, Belmont,
Morrisania,
Belmont, and East Tremont.
Yeah.
What are the most urgent issues your constituents are bringing to you right now?
Every issue is urgent, because we are the poorest congressional district. Right now it's housing.
You're the poorest congressional district in the United States, or in New York State?
No, in the United States. Well, definitely in New York State, but in the United States. Richie Torres is my congressman. So we have the poorest congressional district.
Okay.
So housing, health disparities. So everyone's dealing with, I always tell you, is asthma, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, all the things that kill us. They're dealing with those issues on top of unemployment being higher than New York City. So those are the most pressing: housing, health disparities, and gainful employment.
And the health disparities, I could promise you, on every corner, you got a liquor store, a Chinese food place, and a McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's.
Not too far away. You are absolutely right.
Well, I was happy to hear today that Wendy's is closing 100 stores before the summer.
Good.
Not really happy people losing their jobs,
right? But still, we don't
need to get rid of these fast food places. Yeah,
my brother Kevin Riley is now chair of land use in the city council, and so he and I are both on our health journey. We talk about these disparities all the time. It's so crazy. You'll see a Checkers, a McDonald's, all of those things. You can't get a Trader Joe's, a Whole Foods, none of the things that keep us healthy and alive. I can't even get a smoothie or juice store in my district. So
So you've distributed over $2 million to local organizations since 21.
Yeah.
How do you decide where those investments go to ensure long-term impact?
Two things. One, I actually ask my constituents where we should spend the money, because I do these surveys every single year. They tell me where we should spend the money. And then the second thing, I just walk around my neighborhood and I look at the things that we need, and then I decide that's what we're going to spend the money on. People, of course, ask me for money and say what they're going to do, but I pretty much walk around and I tell you what we need. And we need clean streets. And people, everybody fat, everybody having a hard time getting on the bus because everybody got a walker. So we got health disparities. Fat is not a good word, I heard, but obese. We all.
Yeah, it's a whole new dictionary now, girl. Okay. You better watch yourself before you get canceled.
I mean, I'm part of the fat group, so I thought I could say it, but whatever.
You're gonna get canceled on Corey's Court.
Well, good luck. They tried to cancel Jesus. But.
What does systemic change at the community level actually look like?
Systemic change? So it looks like at the community level, it looks like us, like tomorrow, we have our career summit. People need jobs. I just said gainful employment is an issue. So at the community level, I give you a career summit where you can listen to panelists talk about the careers that they're in. Also start, getting your headshots, resumes. That's what systemic change look like. Just giving them the first step and then walking them through each and every step to get them to the final place they need to be.
But staying there with them.
Staying there right there. I'm right here. I'm with you.
Holding
I'm
their
gonna do
hand to the end.
we'll do some resume writings, we'll do some interviewing skills, we'll do all the things to get you ready for where you need to go. And that's how you start making systemic changes. Also getting them a part of government when they didn't know that they could be a part of government. I think that's important. Have an advisory board. So my local people who either live in the district or you work in the district, you come on the advisory board and I tell you some bills that we're considering. You tell me what you like, what you don't like. Or you start pitching things to me. Say like, yo, the trees are never cut in the district.
Right.
Who's going to fix that? That's how we start making changes, by working together at the very basic level.
Nice. You participated in a senior cybersecurity workshop in partnership with Link New York City.
Yeah.
What roles does digital literacy play in equity, especially for older adults?
Man, can I tell you my mother just almost got scammed?
Yes, I believe it. I was a cop for 21 years.
She is now 70? She's 75. And they called her saying that her MCU card was being used and $500 was being taken off. And you need to go to Sephora and get $50 gift cards to put the money back. And I'm just thinking in my mind, like, if the money, it don't matter. Either way, people are being scammed. And it's because they're not aware. They're scared of utilizing the technology. I think the best thing we can do is just teach them how to utilize it and how to spot different things that don't make sense. I posted on my social media. I almost got because I was applying for my passport. And I know everything government, you have to have a .gov at the end of the website in order for it to be real.
Right.
And I went on to something that was like .us. And I'm like, it caught me.
Oh, that almost happened to me because I had to renew mine.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It wasn't until I got to the Social Security part, and I'm like, this is wrong. And then I went and fixed it. But
yeah,
still,
I almost got caught with that.
See?
Mr. Police for 2 decades.
Mr. Police.
And
me, the social worker in government, almost got. And I be telling all my seniors, pay attention. They have to say .gov or call my office and we'll walk you through those things.
And, I tell my family members, it's like, these people, I get all these calls. As soon as I go hello, they go, is this Corey Pegues? I go, boom. I just hang the phone.
You banging on them?
I bang. I don't need, I'm not even playing. I don't even want to talk to them. And then I hit, what that little, what I say, report scam.
Yeah.
Because if they come, if Uncle Sam is coming from me, they just going to come get you.
Just come get you. Yeah,
just come to my house.
I got you.
I'm not talking to nobody. So I tell my family, don't talk. If you don't know the number and they ask for your name, am I speaking? They go, I'm speaking to Chantel. You definitely don't know me. Bang, I'm hanging up.
Right, send me a letter.
Listen to me. Hang up. Just hang the phone up.
I'll accept it. But what if it's a job interview? What if you're waiting for a job interview?
Hang up. They'll call you back. They'll call you back.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Just think about it.
I don't know. If you hang up on me,
want you,
I don't know if I want to call back.
No, if they really want you, they're going to call back.
Okay, fine.
You can't.
You play hard to get, but okay.
I don't need a job, so they call me for a job. They bugging.
He has jobs.
I know.
Vodkila is taking care.
Yeah, I got jobs. I get money. I'm a hustler.
And the book is here, so let's not forget that.
So, I know it's a prank call when they say we're calling you for your job interview.
Right, like you ain't calling me.
No. You champion gun safety legislation, including requiring a license for semi-automatic rifles. What motivated you to take such a strong stance on this issue?
So that bill came up as a package of bills right after we watched the Buffalo Massacre happen, where 10 Black people lost their lives.
Yes.
So we had a whole package of bills that we put in for gun safety. And I didn't really care about this bill too much. I mean, I do care about that it passed. I'm grateful for it. But the truth is, people who are dying in my neighborhood are not walking around with semi-automatic rifles, and most of their guns are illegal. So we're making laws for people who are legal gun owners. And the truth is, they buy all their guns illegal that's trafficked up I-95. So while I appreciate the legislation we put in place, that's really not going to impact my people that's in the Bronx that's dying from gun violence.
You're not worried about the pushback from NRA trying to
support
support
tell them come for me. The NRA knows that New York State has the toughest gun laws. We are who we are. And so I'm not worried about them. They should be worried about us. We coming.
I love it. I love your vigor. Let's go.
Let's get it.
From your perspective, how do we balance public safety with constitutional rights in New York?
Okay, so you have the right to bear arms, right? That's in the Constitution. You have to be a legal gun owner. I think, so you're asking about, like, how do you...
Yeah, you
you-
said, like you said, Second Amendment, you got the Fourth Amendment, right to search and seizure.
Yeah, all of those things.
You have all of those. How do you balance public safety with those rights? Because, all right, so the big fish in the room is police violate people's rights, right?
Yeah.
At times, and those are the times we hear about it. But overwhelmingly, the police, if you're doing percentages, they're not violating rights. I know that. I can say that because I go hard at the police when they do
Right.
something wrong. But we still have issues in the news, right? Talking about police and the communities in which they serve.
So, look, I think the best thing is a few things. One, police need to be seen as your neighbor. And I think having residency where you serve could be helpful, right? I know a lot of police officers ain't gonna want to live in the Bronx, but just imagine if you knew everybody up and down the block, if you knew the drunk person who's always drunk. Imagine if you knew the person who's always selling drugs. When you know your community, it's easier to have understanding both ways. So it's not like, oh, you just need to respect the badge. No, I respect Mr. Johnson who has the badge. I think that's one thing. The other thing is that...
Let me give you pushback.
Okay, give me some pushback.
No, because I'm gonna give you a new bill, and you better name it the Corey Pegues bill.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
No, it's gonna help you. You're gonna be a hero.
Go ahead.
So my position on that, and being a cop, I don't want to be living in the same neighborhood. I gotta take my wife and kids to the supermarket, and I see Ramel,
That
who
you
I
just
just
locked
had a
up.
shootout with.
Yeah.
But as a police executive for so many years, and a cop advocate, and a law enforcement expert, I do think that we should have required residency. 5 years.
Okay.
First 5 years of their career, whatever municipality in New York State, they have to live in the area in which they serve. Like
Okay.
if you're in New York City, the 5 boroughs, that's it. Not Nassau, not Suffolk, not Westchester.
They all
I'm
gonna move
telling
to
you.
Staten Island, though.
It don't matter.
It
So
don't
what?
matter. All right.
But
But Staten
it's
Island's very
Island.
different from the Bronx. And
It's a lot different, but at times, because now your kid, when you go to the supermarket, you're gonna be in that same supermarket with regular people.
Yeah.
You're not riding. I got cops that worked for me. I was a commander in Brooklyn. They lived in Ronkonkoma,
Yeah.
like 75 miles.
Yeah, I
So
did-
they
I
come
did that
in
ride.
Brooklyn, beat up everybody, and
And
then
go right
go,
back.
right? But if you live in Brownsville
yeah.
and you work in East Flatbush, you ain't beat nobody up because you gotta go to that supermarket in East
Yeah.
New York, and you might just see such and such at the movie theater. you
Okay,
know?
so 5 years.
5 years.
All right. I mean,
Let's
that's
get
something
it.
to talk about. That's something to talk about. Listen, I'm open to all suggestions. I think police presence is important, but more importantly, social resources is what's actually necessary to bring down crime and violence. You need to
Yes.
make sure that our schools are open, our community centers are open, people have jobs, like people who earn a salary like you and I, or make money like you and I. We ain't got time to be beating up people across the head and robbing people and doing all that kind of stuff, because we got to go to work.
Right.
We have things to live for, and so you have to give people things to live for, things to do.
Right.
And then they wouldn't be outside. Like you saw those kids running around Bay Plaza.
Yes.
Now, we're in the midwinter recess, so all of them are going to be out of school this week. What are they doing with themselves? You know, like we need to give our young people things to do, and then they won't have the free time to just be mobbing.
Right. I saw that there was an incident yesterday.
Yeah.
For the listeners, where kids in the Bronx kind of took over this shopping mall, and it was like a big riot, and a few of them got locked up by the police.
Yeah.
Right. A few.
Yeah.
Nobody got hurt though. Right.
I'm not sure. I didn't follow the whole story, but I know that there was some glasses broke, and I'm sure there was some interaction
Yes.
between security and,
Yeah.
and the young,
there was some
young
property
people.
damage, but like you said, you have to give
Give
the
'em
kids
something
something
to
to do.
Yeah.
So now, one of your legislative efforts relates to a baby bucks allowance for families in early childhood. Tell us more about that and why you see it as critical for early childhood equity.
So I'll say this. I had my daughter when I was 18 years old, and it was extremely hard. And I was in school, so I used my financial aid checks to help pay for like the things that she needs, diapers and formula and stuff like that. And what we're looking to do is give young moms, a basic income so that they can take care of themselves and their babies. And we know that if we can do that, while we'll help give them a little bit of funding, that they will stay off the system. They will be in school, they'll get training, they will go get a job that can take care of them and their child better, and then we won't have to worry about them in years to come. So we're making the front investment so that we don't have to make the back investment of keeping them on the system.
I like that.
Yeah.
You once voted against the Public Housing Preservation Trust proposal.
Yeah.
What was your reasoning?
My community didn't like it. Majority of my constituents live in public housing. They live in Webster, Butler, MAR, Jackson. I'm surrounded by NYCHA. They told me no. I go where my constituents go.
Right.
Now the trust basically is saying like we're going to change the law in which these buildings were built. We're going to fix them up, renovate them, and we're going to put them back on the market for you all to have. They felt like they were going to lose their public housing if they continued to convert over into the trust. So I respect what they said. I spoke against the bill. The bill still passed. So we still have some conversions happening into RAD impact. The buildings are being renovated, and people are still, fighting on both ends. Some people like RAD impact, which is the conversion, the trust that we're talking about, and some people don't.
So how do they get back? Oh, so they're going to renovate it, and where the people going to go when they
usually
renovate?
put them in another apartment, and then they bring them into the apartment once it's done.
Okay.
Yeah. They fix the buildings. They change the elevators. Right. Like, I have some really good conversions. They look good. They've been kept up. I don't have that many complaints about the buildings that were converted. But some people just operate in a place of the unknown. Like, what if we never get our Section 9 back?
Right. I agree with that. I could see that there's some apprehension there.
Yeah, I respect it. So I respect them. They told me they didn't like it. I got you. I'm going to fight for what my constituents say they want.
I love it. You're a fighter.
Yeah.
All right, Assemblywoman.
What's up?
We're now at the Spitfire segment of Corey's Corner. Well, I'm going to ask you 10 rapid-fire questions. You're going to give me one-word answers or yes or no.
Okay.
Okay? It's a fun
My brain
game.
is a little slow, but I got you.
Yeah, it's not slow. You're fiery. You ready?
All right, go.
Mental health funding. Priority, yes or no?
Yes.
Early mornings or late nights?
Early morning.
Toughest committee assignment?
Toughest housing.
Biggest issue facing District 79 right now?
Housing.
Legacy or leadership?
Dang, how do you have legacy without leadership? Oh, gosh.
Or both. You can say both.
It's definitely both.
Okay. Entrepreneurship or public service?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, I'm going to have to go public service.
Yeah, most entrepreneurs fail. You do know that, right?
I don't care what they do. I know what I could do.
Social work prepared you for Albany?
100%.
Biggest leadership lesson?
Lead from behind.
One word to describe the Bronx.
Spicy.
One word to describe your leadership style.
Love.
Thank you for participating in the Spitfire round. That was nice.
My brain was working on that one because it usually don't. It'd be slow. Like, I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, that was cool.
Yeah, no, you got to lead with love. Do everything with love.
I'm Nikki Murkison, and I want you to check out Corey's Corner on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Now, before we jump back into the interview, just going to shout out my book, Once a Cop, The Street, The Law, Two Worlds, One Man. It's a story, memoir about a misguided young kid that did some crazy things, carried guns, sold drugs and all of this. Changed his life to become an executive in the biggest police department in the country, NYPD. Along the way, got my bachelor's, my master's, been a professor in several colleges. And the book was also turned into a feature documentary called A Cops and Robbers Story. And you can see it on Apple TV and on YouTube. For those who haven't read the book or seen the documentary, please, if you do, send me an email at oncoryscorner@gmail.com and let me know your thoughts. Now, a word from our sponsor.
This is not your average vodka. This is Vodkila, a decade of cultured excellence. The best of both worlds. the true taste of victory. A delicious dyad spirit, the world's finest blend of vodka and tequila. Vodquila, the perfect blend. From rooftop parties to quiet moments with friends, Vodquila brings the flavor, the fire, and the unforgettable. So pour it, share it, live it. Vodquila. Visit vodquila.net and order yours today.
Before we jump back into the interview, you're the first segment for Women's History Month. We're in Women's History Month now. How do you feel about Women's History Month, and what does it mean to you?
Well, now I'm the chair of the Legislative Women's Caucus. It's 73 women, bipartisan, bicameral, so Assembly and Senate, Republicans and Democrats, across the state of New York, and it's a big deal. This year, I'm actually acknowledging my daughter, who is a dancer, and she's on tour with MJ the Musical. She just got a call today about a tour I can't even talk about yet because it's not official.
Nice.
But I think women have paved the way for us to be, where we are in leadership in all levels, right? Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech was created because of Mahalia Jackson saying, "Tell them the dream," So women have been right there alongside our brothers, like getting us to progress in life. And so Women's History Month is a big deal for me. I love it. And I have an all-women staff. And it's not because I don't like men or I ain't try to hire the men. The women just came and showed up and showed out. So they all with me.
All women, huh?
All women. I think it's about 7 of us.
Nice,
7?
nice.
About
Well,
7.
that's good. Well, I always say that the strongest creature on earth is a woman,
Amen.
because watching my kids being born, there's no way in the world I could lay on that damn table.
Yeah, I know you would never make it. Never would have made it. It was made about you. But yeah, and I did it twice. It's like it's one of the most joyous, painful things in the entire world. And so women are definitely strong and God chosen for sure.
Yes, for sure. Happy Women's Month.
Happy Women's Month.
So as someone who worked in New York City public schools supporting students' mental and physical well-being, how serious is youth mental health crisis right now?
We're in a real crisis. And people always compare like, oh, we didn't have that back then. No, we didn't have it diagnosed back then. Mm-hmm. It existed. We was all depressed, all cutting school, doing all kind of things. And I think right now, because we can acknowledge what it is, we can say like, yeah, we're at a crisis. You wouldn't have our kids mobbing the way they are, like how we talked about the Bay Plaza situation, or committing high rates of suicide, the bullying that happens. There's a lot of issues that we have right now with our mental health in our youth.
Do you think social media has a lot to do with it?
I think it's a tool that people use to be mean. So yes, I think because we're on our phones all day long and we're seeing either people live their fake best life, you compare yourself to that, or they're just online being nasty all the time. So you're just continuously consuming that. And we have to guard our ears, our eyes on what we are consuming. And children don't have that understanding of, how to do that, how to limit yourself. Right. So it's our job as adults to create those limits for them. This is why we don't have school, phones in schools from bell to bell. I wholeheartedly supported that because I was a school social worker. I was on breaking up the fights. All the fights happened because of what started online. Then they tell each other, oh, meet me in the bathroom. Then everybody goes to the bathroom to see the fight. Then everyone's recording the fight. Right. Then they play the fight back on social media and the new fight starts. You know what I'm saying? So I watched that happen, and those phones were definitely part of the problem.
Yeah, I've heard that before. You know what's crazy is last week, I have 2 phones.
Okay.
So 2 weeks ago, I lost one of my phones. And then the phone I had, and I didn't report it because I'm just like, I'll find it eventually.
Right.
So my other phone broke, and I had to take it to the Apple store. And they had it for 5 hours. And I almost lost
You lost your mind?
No, I'm serious. I went to a taco bar.
Yeah.
I sat there. I told the lady, don't get me drunk. Right. I got 5 hours.
5 hours.
Just give me, I'm going to get 2 drinks.
Pace me.
But I was sitting there talking to myself. Yeah. I really was like talking to myself.
There was a time we didn't have phones, right? Like I got my first phone in the late 90s. So we used to like read magazines, right? Yes. Like Vibe, XL, like Double XL. Like we used to do stuff, talk to other people.
Now I'm like, I take my son and daughter phone and they're like so mean.
Yeah,
they're
ready
looking
to,
at
they
me.
ready to claw your eyes out.
They're ready to fight.
Yeah, my son's like that. He's 4.
I get it now.
Yeah, he's 4. But that iPad, he turns into the devil himself. You'll take that iPad from. Matter of fact, I just posted a video. He clearly just has an issue with people taking stuff, because I just posted a video of him interacting with 50 Cent. And 50 tried to take his Cheerios. He was not having it. So, but with the iPad, oh yeah, it's worse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You have to wean yourself off. Like, I literally make sure I put my phone down and just have my devotional time in the morning. So I'm not looking at my phone. I'm just talking to God. God talking to me.
Right.
So you need that.
Yes. Well, I'm working on that. I have to get rid of this thing. I think I'm addicted. What policies are we missing when it comes to supporting families dealing with trauma, poverty, and violence?
Trauma, poverty, and violence, and what are we missing? I think just a holistic approach, right? Like, I think there's heavy on punishment, and I don't really believe in punishment as much as I believe in positive reinforcement.
Oh, good. Let me stop you there.
Go ahead, stop me.
Last week in New York City, I forget where it was. I think it was in Queens.
Okay.
The police was called to a scene. You might know about this. I know you probably was in session if you don't know about it. Anyway, there was a man with it was a mental health call.
Okay.
They called to just take him to the hospital. When the cops got there, the guy picked up a knife, came charging at the cops. The cops actually went outside, closed the door, did exactly what, isolate, contain, give clear, concise orders, drop your weapon. This guy came through the door, and the cops ended up shooting him. Luckily, they didn't kill him.
Thank God.
Mayor Mandami made this statement that the cops are all up in arms because he said he went to the hospital to visit the person that got shot.
Yeah.
He said he shouldn't be charged with attempted murder because he has a mental issue. So this is an issue. Because so now on the police side, the police are saying, yo, he tried to kill a cop. But when you look at it, does this guy really need to go to jail? Going to jail ain't gonna help. You could tell he was mental.
Yeah.
He definitely is.
Wait, who did Mandani want to go to jail?
He didn't want the kid to go to jail.
He didn't want the kid to go to jail. Okay, got it.
Because he's saying he needs
mental health
he
issue.
needs help.
Yes, absolutely.
Putting him in jail is not the answer.
But anybody who's committing crimes need help, to be honest. If we're being honest. No, jail should be a place where you actually get the support and services that you need to come back out.
Rehab.
No, I understand that. But anybody who's willing to commit a crime, that's antisocial behavior.
Absolutely.
And the person holding the knife clearly has some mental health issues. But most people do. People who are robbing stores have mental health issues. It might be socioeconomic issues as well, but
me and my friends used to be those kids.
Yeah.
When we was little.
Yeah. I used to buy from boosters. Everybody.
We didn't have mental issues. We was just young
and dumb.
Mischievous kids.
No, but just imagine this. You were young, mischievous kids, but you also thought that it was okay to do at the time.
We actually did. Well, a couple of my friends are a little emotional.
That's my point. We all went through a little something in our life that we probably wasn't diagnosed that way. We wouldn't see it that way. But the issue that you were having was poverty. And
that was my issue.
Exactly.
Eating mayonnaise sandwiches and opening the refrigerator and seeing roaches crawl around and mice keeping me up at night.
Right.
So I just had to.
And that's a problem. It creates trauma for you, and you got to figure out how to eat. And I understand that. So what the mayor is saying is true, that this person does need to get mental health support. I'm not sure what other people are saying against that.
I think the police are probably a little upset because, in the police mind, police are like, you did something to the cop, you need to go to jail.
Yeah, but cops do stuff to cops.
Yeah, everybody don't need to go to jail. Police officers out there, everybody don't have to go to jail.
Everybody needs support, though. Everyone
I
needs
always
help.
say you can't arrest your way out of issues.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone needs support, though. That's the thing. The police are being called to situations that a mental health support is absolutely needed.
Yes.
And I'm not suggesting that social workers be on the front line, because me as a social worker, I'm not going out there with somebody with a knife talking about they're going to...
Well, I'm with Mayor Mandami by saying he's creating this community of social workers that's going to respond to nonviolence. Let's say, you're my child, you didn't take your medicine, you're acting a little irrational, you're not a threat to yourself or others, Why are the cops going over there?
Yeah.
We don't need the
They
cops
shouldn't be the
there.
first call.
I need them to go to the robberies and rapes and stuff.
Right.
You know.
Or
And
when they
then
broke into my
sometime-
car, they should have came. It was 3 hours
Right.
later.
Yeah, they're not even coming to
Yeah.
property crimes no
Yeah.
more. That's not happening.
Especially not in the Bronx. But.
Definitely not in Bronx. I got other
But,
issues.
yeah.
Okay. You've publicly shared about assessing early intervention services for your son.
Yeah.
How has your experience as a parent navigating those systems influence your work in child development and education policy?
So because I went through the process, I seen how hard it is to get services for young people. My son needed early intervention because he wasn't speaking when he was 1 year old at the level that I think other 1-year-olds were speaking. And so I went through the entire process, and people would say, oh, it's going to be long, it's going to be hard. And I got to experience it for myself, which then allows me to go and interact with the agencies who are responsible and put it also on the chancellor's radar. So I had a meeting with the chancellor, I think 2 weeks ago, and every experience that I have and other people who told me their experiences, I shared it with the chancellor so that we can make these changes that are absolutely necessary. I have 2 nephews that are autistic, and so my sisters will tell me the things that are working and not working when it comes to the system, and these are things that I go back to the agencies or the commissioners, and we have conversations about those things, and we can see change happen in real time.
With your father modeling entrepreneurship, how important is small business ownership to closing the wealth gap in communities of color?
I think that's what's going to do it, right? Like, our families are Caribbean, so everyone sold stuff, right? One, it keeps us out of jail, right? That's really important. It keeps us paying our bills, but also small business does not mean small money. We have plenty of small businesses who have less than 100 people that work for them that are $1 million businesses. And so I think when you can't be employed by someone, create your own opportunities. And that's also an important piece to the small business part, is that you ain't got to wait for somebody to give you a job. There's something that you can create, make, sell, do that somebody else needs.
Especially today.
Especially today. It's so easy today.
What are some of the real barriers that Bronx entrepreneurs face that people outside the borough may not understand?
Access. 100% access. We have a Bronx Day in Albany coming up, and it was so hard. It's pulling teeth just to get people to sign up to go and do it, to businesses to sign up and do it.
Right.
They can't, they're usually 1 or 2 people working the business. So if I leave my business and go to Albany, my business will shut down for the day.
Right.
And that's a hard decision to make. Also, the fees and the fines and all those things, that plays a part.
Right.
Right? If, you didn't clean your sidewalk, your sign isn't right, or whatever the case may be. All those fines from the Department of Building and Department of Inspections and things like that, that impacts your business. So we should be helping people do what is right instead of fining them for what they did wrong.
So you have this Secure the Bag business resource fair.
Yeah, that was dope.
I like that.
Yeah.
What's the biggest barrier you've heard from local business owners?
I think from local business owners is just knowing how to stay relevant with the times. So a lot of what I do now is on social media, and they may not have a social media presence. So I think that's a barrier. Also, just people knowing that they exist and keeping up with all of the regulations, I think, is important. That's one of the things they say is a problem.
I was waiting to ask you this question.
What is it?
As the chair of the New York State Legislative Women's Caucus and Black Task Force, what conversations are happening behind the scenes that the public doesn't see? If you can share.
There's a lot of conversations happening. We have a black agenda conversation every single Friday between the state legislatures and the city council of New York City. And when I tell you it's every Friday, we are constantly putting our heads together to figure out what in the budget we can ask for. Last year, we were able to secure $30 million through the Black Task Force for nonprofits that serve underserved communities. Let me say that correctly. But the Black people advocated for it. So that conversation happens behind the scenes on how we can politically get this done and increase the number. For the Women's Caucus, we're always talking about things that women are impacted by. And I think we miss out on so many opportunities when it comes to women because they constantly are talking about like reproduction or, abortion and things like that. Black women may get abortions, but we also are trying to have families. And there are so many Black women that are going through IVF that I know of. And these are the conversations that we should be having around storing our eggs so that we can have children in the future, or just fibroid issues or lupus. These are all things that are impacting women, and those are the conversations that we're having behind the scenes and seeing how we can do something different to make women's lives a bit easier.
What about the men?
What about them? Y'all take it. Yeah, listen, y'all been in power a long time. If y'all ain't got it together by now, I'm joking. I love Black men, and I stand in support of them all the time. But
I know it's the Women's Caucus.
It is the Women's Caucus.
So you're a legislator, professor, author, and mother.
Yeah.
How do you balance power with purpose, and what legacy are you building for Sky and TJ?
How do I balance power with purpose? Listen, I don't know how I do any of this stuff. I just wake up and ask God, what you want me to do today? All right, then that's what we doing. I get up, I'm fed by serving.
Mm-hmm.
If I serve people today and I did what is right, then I know I'm on task. And that's what I want my children to know. Like, get up, talk to God, listen to God, serve his people. And you're going to be all right. Everything else will work out.
Okay.
And I got a little money for them too. Like I got life insurance, which is very important for your children.
Very, very important.
Very important for your children. I have long-term, whole life, term life, whole life, all the things. So my kids will be good when I'm dead and gone.
It's funny you say that. I'm glad you said that. So let me just bring this up really quick, and we wrapping after this. So a Jewish friend of mine told me many years ago, the wealth in their family is through life insurance policies. I said, what do you mean? He said, at the age of, I forget, I think it was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
You get your first job, you have to contribute to the life insurance policy for the oldest person in the family.
That's right.
So they get $2-3 million policies, because the one thing everybody got to do is expire.
Yeah.
Right? And he says, once that person died, they take the money, they invest, and then it's next up.
That's right.
So I'm sitting saying, do you think you could get your Black family together?
I mean, we do.
They're going to be like, you trying to kill Nana.
Nana gonna die anyway. Nana marched with Martin Luther King. Nana done seen Jesse Jackson pass away, R.I.P.
Right.
She gotta go.
This is what.
And so you need to be taken care of. Her house needs to stay in y'all name. Have some money. Get the policy.
Yes.
My ex-husband died at 44 years old without a policy of his own. Right. And it's the one thing I was like, I wish he would have did something to take care of my daughter. But I also could have told my daughter, get a policy for your parents, right? I take care of myself, so she's good. But I wish I would have told her that.
Yeah, everybody got to get policy.
He told her to get a policy too. 2 years ago, I said, "Oh, you ain't going nowhere," and he went somewhere.
Wow.
Jesus called him home. That's the one thing I should have listened to him about. Nothing else, but that one thing I should have listened to him.
All right, before we wrap, is there anything you'd like to share that we haven't covered?
I don't know. I think you did a good job, Corey. Keep this job, okay? Get him some more sponsorships. Come on, Vakila and whoever else.
I need you to give me some of those Bronx constituents and business owners to sponsor some of these segments.
All right, yes. Flavors. The Jamaican restaurant, come through.
Yes, we get them. All right. Well, listen, I'm so happy we had you on. Let the people know where they can find you. Your social media handles.
Yeah. Heavy on social media, on TikTok and Instagram, Twitter. You can find me on Instagram at Chantel Jackson 79 and on TikTok at AM Chantel Jackson 79.
Assembly Member Jackson, thank you for joining us on Corey's Corner. Your leadership is rooted in service, lived experience, and a deep love for your community. And that came through clearly in this conversation that we had today. From mental health and gun reform to economic empowerment and investing directly into Bronx neighborhoods, you've shown that real change starts with being present and accountable. We appreciate not just your policies, but the purpose behind them. Thanks again for pulling up a seat on Corey's Corner. Love you, sis.
This was amazing. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. For our listeners, if you found value in today's episode, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. This has been another episode of Corey's Corner. Until next time, keep pushing, keep grinding, and always remember, it's not about where you start. It's always about where you finish. I'm Corey Pegues, and I always keep it right, not real. Peace.
Special thanks to our executive producer, our engineers, and much respect to Corrupt Mob for making Corey's Corner possible.
Once a cop, let it knock, yeah. I for one thing we should celebrate redemption instead of condemning it. Corey Pegues, up, talking truth, bruh. Check it out. Once a cop, I used to hunt the